Good evening, beautiful people. We're going to have a big chat with you tonight about some very interesting stuff in property. Steven Bubalo.
Yeah, so look,
Welcome.
welcome. Thank you.
Hey.
Thank you for having me.
Mark Novak,
Back.
Steven Bubalo. Hey.
Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. So we've got a hot topic tonight to talk about. The economy. We do a lot of open houses. Everybody's got an opinion. We'll meet somebody who's an economist literally every Saturday, and they're going to tell us one thing. Different buyers telling us all different things as well. So
All the time.
we're going to lay out on the table how we feel about the economy, what it means, not only just to the Australian people as a general, but to the property market and more specific to our Northern Beaches property market.
Mate, it must be bloody confusing for everyone out there. It must be really bloody confusing because we are reading papers, we are reading posts, we are reading media saying the property market's on the way up, but then we're getting interest rates going down to prop up the property market. We get the economy, the economist in the economy talking it down. If I was a consumer in the marketplace of properties, if I was a prospective landlord, if I was a prospective buyer, if I was a seller, fuck me, would I be confused?
Oh, and no doubt. I mean, and with social media today and all these different messages,
honestly, you don't know. You don't know where the market is. You don't know whether the market's up. You don't know whether the market's down. Very, very confusing for punters out there at the moment. Would you agree, Steve? What else? Like, what else are we seeing in the media? So,
well, the media is really from what I've been seeing is they're, I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I have a feeling that they're kind of separating the two at the moment. The economy is a topic that has got concern, and then when they talk real estate, they're talking about something that's on the way up and is improving day in and day out. Look, the two are definitely related, but if you're weighing up one report to decide whether or not you should be buying or selling or renting real estate, it's not the right way to go. I mean, there's been stories about the property market, about the money markets, about global markets, since Adam, camped under a tree. So there's always going to be some factor out there that's going to be telling you to do the opposite. But
and then you've got buildings falling down. So you've got all these fantastic buildings that are being built, and now people are getting freaked out about should they buy, should they not buy new buildings. Again, back to the interest rates. Again, back to the economy. First home buyers. We've been in the business 20 or 30 years, but if you're a first home buyer, who do you listen to?
Who do you talk to? Who do you turn to as well? So I guess the angle that's being played out here is a lot of it circles around the interest rates. So rates are on the way down. There's just been a 0.25% reduction. 0.25 reduction. In rates. So they're the lowest they've been. Where are they going? Most of the major lenders and the big banks are indicating that it's probably going to be here for 3 years, probably even out to 5 years. And all indications are that if it will go anywhere, it's probably going to go down. Right now.
And then they reckon rates definitely are going to be going. Like at the moment, guys, you can get an interest rate for a property for 2.89%.
Wow.
2.89% you're borrowing at. Now, if you're borrowing at 2.89%, every time these rates move, your repayments are changing a massive 10%.
Yeah.
When interest rates used to move, it would change your repayments by maybe 3%. Now it's like 10%. This is big changes, guys. If you're looking at buying something at the moment, if the bank's going to give you bloody money at the moment, and I'd be taking it.
Take it.
And not only that, a lot of the time when you used to take money from banks, you'd be freaking out because it's going to be sitting at 10, 12, 15% interest rates. I think everyone, when you see the banks doing interest rates of 5-year fixed rates and they're still sitting around 4%, I think you can confidently have a hedge that the interest rates aren't going anywhere. If the banks are going to take them, they'll give you the interest rate, take their money if you can get it.
And lock it in.
That's the real hard one.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, these days, if we just sold a property in Holborn Avenue, a one-bedder, this Holborn Avenue one-bedder was sold for 605. 605 is 18%, is 18K a year. 18K a year is 320, 330 a week. Now, seriously.
Yeah.
And not only that, but I'm going to be there at $500 a week if I rent that out.
Yeah.
What's up, Glenn? Glenn wants to say bye. So you're sitting there at $330 a week. If you're going to buy it, you're going to be paying no stamp duty if you're going to buy it. If you want to rent it, it would have cost you $500 a week.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just a no-brainer.
Absolutely.
It's a no-brainer.
It's a great time to be buying real estate. I'll be honest. I mean, we are seeing there's a lot of buyer demand out there, but it is a great time to be buying real estate right now.
It's bananas.
On our market. Yeah.
It's 100%. Bananas. Luke Baroney says he'll take 7%. Who wants to give him money? That's exactly right. We've got the opinions there. Luke's just joined us as well. But guys, it's really, really interesting times. And I really want everyone to have a big think about it, because unfortunately, it's one of those things when people don't want to throw their hat into the ring and they sit on the sideline and they're just not sure about the market. Life just goes by. I reckon banks, and again, a lot of this is speculative tonight. We're not financial advisors. We're just more like observers in the marketplace at the moment. And Jesus, there's some bloody
what are you observing? Like, what are we observing? We are seeing, this is what I'm seeing. No doubt other agents that are watching probably see similar things.
Yeah.
There's a good number of buyers circulating the market.
Yes.
Ready to buy buyers as well. So people that are in the market to purchase are genuinely purchasing. So it's not a research phase that's moving into that stage. They're ready to buy buyers. There's not a lot of real estate on the market, and prices are moving up. I read a report today that for the month now, October, that the property market has been moving over the last 4 weeks on average $3,000 a week up.
No way.
Yeah. So every week, $3,000, $3,000, $3,000, $3,000. I think it goes back to the past 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Now it's up $3,000 every week.
18 grand. So if you thought about it 6 weeks ago to doing it today, is 18 grand there for you in your pocket.
And between now and then obviously we're about, how far out are we till the new year? About 8 weeks, 10 weeks out. Another 30 grand potentially there.
But I can understand people being reserved, like really reserved. I can understand them being reserved a year ago.
Yep.
2 years ago. How low can you go? Do you know what I mean? They were like, well, if I buy now and the price goes down. But now when the price like a pendulum has swung the other way, why would you wait? You've had your discounting of 10 or 20% in the marketplace. It's clear the market's on the way up.
Yeah.
It's clear that the economy's shit. It's clear.
It is. And that's what the economists are going to say. They're going to say the rates are low because they want to, what's the term I'm looking for? They want to promote spending, consumer spending. And the way to do that is obviously free up interest rates and loans. And they're going to say, why are they doing this? Because there's not enough money circulating the markets and retail sectors and other sectors. But at the end of the day, what a great time to buy real estate. Let's have a look back at, say, the last 20 years. You and I can both say this comfortably.
Yep. What's
happened in the last 20 years? The market's come up, the market's come down. There's been these topics, these conversations in one way or another, maybe not about interest rates, but in some manner, there was always some circumstance that brought us to this very same conversation. And guess what? The majority of us are still living on the northern beaches. Real estate's performed strongly over that 20-year period. The lifestyle's still here. The kids are still going to the same schools. We're all enjoying, the same workplaces on the beaches. Or the commute is a bit better now to the city. So, what a great time to buy real estate. And
well, opinions are like an arsehole.
I know where you're going.
There's so many opinions of what the market's doing. Like everyone's worried about what the market's doing, and the doers
are doing.
Yeah, and they buy shit and they sit on it a very, 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 very long time, and they make a hell of a lot of money.
Yeah.
Over 50 years, I don't care about unemployment. I don't care about all these exports, imports. At the end of the day, 50 years, every 10 years, it doubled. Okay, now let's listen to the opinions out there. It can't keep doing it. I've been an agent for 27 years. I don't like to admit that now because I feel old, but I've been hearing that shit for 27 years.
Absolutely.
For 27 years, I have the same persons, but the difference is the people that have actually succeeded tremendously in property don't have those kind of opinions. Like these guys with the opinions, that are actually not positive toward the marketplace, they are not big property owners. I'm telling you, all my landlords that have upwards of 10 or 20 properties, they don't think like that. They don't talk like that. They buy when they can. They buy in moderation. They forge ahead and off they go.
Yeah.
Like, it is just one of those things that at the end of the day, we're going to have a thousand reasons why not to. Guys, if you can comfortably buy. It doesn't make sense not to, because you can rent. If it's an investment, it's positively geared. If it's a first home property that you're buying, it's costing you half of what it was. Half. It's 70% less. It's more than half.
What's the stamp duty exemptions? Under 650, no stamp duty. Up to 800, you've got exemptions.
But guys, you've got to understand, guys, we're coming off interest rates that were sitting at 7% or 9%. Like, this is 2.9. 2.89%. This is 70% less. Your repayments are 70% less. Like, what more do people need in the marketplace? Look, I've got no beef whether people don't buy or buy. We've got a wonderful business where we just click tickets. If prices are high or prices are low, we're a volume-based business. So we just keep doing deals.
Yeah.
But it almost saddens me that the people cannot take advantage of these low interest rates. If they want to fix them in. If they don't want to fix, but it's low interest rate market, they just get in there.
Yeah, great. I saw a post by Nikki there, and it just said 25 years ago, just how high rates were. People were still buying and selling real estate then, and those people have made a lot of money since. So
double.
There, Nikki. Thank you.
Paul Hay, g'day to you, buddy. Thank you for your support, legend. Nick Regas, how are you? Fabiano Rocca, you legend. Luke Moroney, low listings. Some numbers, hence more pressure on price. You know what? Same numbers. I reckon even the numbers are more for buyers coming through open houses. And I know the properties are half. There's half the amount of properties on the market at the moment. Like, for instance, realestate.com used to sit at 1,200 properties, now sitting at 600 properties. And I know that my open houses are double or triple what they were a year or two ago.
Yeah.
There's more.
Yeah, agree. Are there any other comments there? No?
What do we got? Paul Anthony, legend, couple of hearts there. So a bit more, guys. What we're talking about tonight is cut the crap. What's really happening within the marketplace? To our property peeps that are watching, everyone's looking around asking for advice. You know what I reckon? If you want really good advice, ask the person that has what you want. Okay? Because I know at a barbecue, someone will happily give me property advice that does not own a property and has never bought a property. I'm not interested.
Yeah.
I'm interested in, I like the seasoned wogs or people that have been in the market for a long time. I'll take that advice. I'll take that opinion. And what do they all say?
Just do it. I mean, we know there's I won't say his name, but a lovely gentleman here in DY. He's a prominent property.
He's a weapon. But he's the man.
What's his attitude to it? His attitude will be go and buy it.
Mate, Bruno's...
Feel like, Mark, can you buy it? Go and buy it.
Bruno 93, 92. And... yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Bruno, and, going to the handbag shop in DY or the flag shop in DY, he fixes your handbags or your shoes and he'll sell you a flag while you're there. Go in there, have a chat with him and ask him about property.
Ask him if he'd buy one now. And what would he say? Absolutely.
Mate, he's a weapon. He's a weapon.
What have you seen? In case it's any good, he'll grab it before you do.
He'll say to you, if the bank's going to give you the money, take the money. Take it. In the most humble way. Yeah. I'll actually put a video link in of Bruno, a little interview I did, which went bananas about 6 months ago. I had a bit of an interview with Bruno. So Bruno is actually the oldest businessman in DY. Wow. There's no one that's actually been in business longer than Bruno in DY. And I would dare to say there's no one that's been in business longer on the northern beaches. This is a man that turns up into his shop. He turns up. Yes, he's in his 90s. He turns up at 9 o'clock every day and he leaves at 5 o'clock every day, and he does that 6 days a week. And he did a bit more than that, but he's been doing that for 60 years in DY. Hardest worker I know, hardest worker I've ever met.
But his attitude towards real estate is...
Yeah, back to that.
If you can do it, do it.
Get in there and do it.
And a humble, hardworking guy has built quite a strong empire.
But you've got to be crafty, guys. You've got to be crafty. You know how I said ask people the advice for the people that have what you want. At the same time, the broker that you're using, the lawyer that you're using, the people that you're surrounding yourself with, they've got to be of good caliber, good quality, because you don't want to walk into a shit bank or a shit broker and they just go, computer says no. And you go, what do you mean? They go, oh, sorry, you can't get the loan. You can't do the loan. Why? Oh, it's just not possible. You're too young. You don't have enough savings. You need people that will fight for you. Nothing's changed. That's always been the case in business.
And spooking us as well. The same goes for if you're an investor, you need a really high caliber property manager, because there are so many property managers out there and leasing agents that are happy to just place you a tenant and just let it sit. But you want someone who's reviewing this year in, year out, making sure your property's, at its best potential to achieve the best rents it can. And this is true for, you should have a great real estate agent, a great broker, a great solicitor, because all of these people, they're going to save you little bits here and there, but those little bits are going to add up, and it's going to be a whopper, particularly over 20 or a 30-year span. So
well said. It's, I can't remember that movie that I watched, but it's the inches. It's not actually the big moves. It's the inch by inch. And another, going back to my friend Bruno, that's something that I learned from him. Yeah. It's not always, Bruno's what's the saying? Bruno is an overnight success, but it took him 60 years. Yeah. He's an overnight success, but it took him 60 years. So if you go back and have a look at this guy, you go, wow, impressive man, beautiful family, healthy, great, done great things with his life. But it's those inches he took day in, day out, turning up to work day in, day out. And it's the same thing what you're saying, Steve, that if you, with your buying of a property, you got a good property manager, you're giving that property manager a $500,000 property. You're giving that property manager $1 million property. If you're giving them a bag of cash for $1 million, you're giving them for a bag of cash of 500,000. Yeah. How well they look after that bag of cash. If they give you a bag of cash of more at the end, that's another thing. Yeah, that's what a good property manager does, because most will just do what they have to. A great property manager, inch by inch by inch, they'll take that inch every time. Mm-hmm. Same thing with a broker. Mm-hmm. A broker will just say, no, sorry, computer says no, can't do it. A good broker would say, can't do it at the moment, but if you do this and that and display this and do that, then I can get the loan for you in 12 weeks. Yeah.
And these inches we're talking about, this is all being profession-based, but there's inches right now in the marketplace due to this economy. So not only just is it that there's opportunity now by putting the right people in front of you and surrounding yourself with the right people, but the market right now is giving you a second opportunity on top of that, being where it is right now with the rates.
It's an opportunity.
So there's opportunity in the market. There's opportunity with the people around you, to set yourself up, in the property for a long-term thing, or even just to go for another one. The market right now, I don't think it's been better in the last 15 years.
I met a lady, and look, I know I've given you little examples. I'll give you a big example. Met a lady on the weekend thinking she's going to spend $1.5 million building a new home. Yeah, as a monster. Wow. Yeah, monster. And I said to this lady, look, that's a lot of money. She said, it's a lot of money. I said, and I did the maths, and I was sort of 30 grand is going to be $1 million, 45 grand a year. She's going to spend $900 a week. And I thought, that is she's going to be going from a little house in Beacon Hill to potentially a house on 2,000 meters squared. Wow. And she's going to be putting $900 on her mortgage a week. Now, that would have been triple. Here's my point. She's in a house at the moment. Where she is, she's going to consider knocking it down and spending 1.5 on a house. She's now got the option to simply sell that, buy a new place, have a $900 a week more on her mortgage, and she's going from a 3-4 bedroom home to an absolute mansion. We call it the White House. You'll probably would have seen it in our marketing in Duffy's Forest. It has been no better time to upgrade your home, live like a king for not a lot of money, whether you are in a 1-bedroom unit, whether you are in a 2-bedroom unit, whether you are the other extreme going into Duffy's Forest on a monster house for $3.9 million. Like, it is so cheap to do it. It is so silly for people on upgrading, but It's the age-old thing is if you don't have the big balls, if you don't actually have that mouse to push and go that extra inches that you're talking about,
Yeah.
you're not going to get there.
No.
You're just going to sit on the fence of the barbecue with the guy that owns no property and talk about how hard and how weird and how strange and how well the economy's doing, unemployment, how shit the market is.
So I was going to say the same. You're going to say the economy's done this, and that's why I haven't bought a property.
It's bullshit.
Yeah.
It's absolute bullshit. So guys, what's really happening in the market? I tell you what's really happening in the market. The people that have no balls are whinging, and the people that have big balls are optimizing, and they're getting no's from the bank, but they're finding a way around it, and they're going for the property. They're not going out of control. And I'm not suggesting people do stuff silly, but what I am saying is within moderation, people are actually, because the banks are out of control.
Yeah.
They're mongrels.
Yeah.
So they've got to be a bit quicker. You've got to have a good broker. They've got to be a bit smarter on their feet, and they've got to dodge those bullets. It's very hard to do. I know personally, I've been doing some refinancing in the last couple of months as well. It is an extremely hard thing to do, but seriously, guys, you got to do it.
Yeah.
Got to do it. And look, we are like a glorified fruit shop in DY on the corner. That's all we are. But yes, we've got 50 strong, smart people working the business, but we see, and we have a barometer, and we see the cats in the marketplace and what they do. Thousands of people we see buying,
yep,
selling, consuming real estate, rental, commercial, thousands of people in a month. And that's the one conclusion I see with all of those people. If I put a lasso around all those people and gave you this is what people are doing in the marketplace, that is what people are doing in the marketplace.
Yep.
What have we got there? Luke Moroney, so painful to get a loan. It is, mate, it is. I've never seen anything like it. From tax portals to company tax portals to showing them that your underwear, to what you spent on Uber, to what you didn't spend. It is incredible what these guys are digging up. And hey, Luke, you know what also is happening? I tell you what, no one wants to talk about this. All the processing's been done overseas.
Ooh.
So guess what? The guy in the city that was earning a big wage, that was doing 40 hours a week, is no longer doing your loan. No longer doing your loan. It gets worse. The guy in India, the guy in Thailand, the guy in the Philippines that's getting paid $10,000 a year to work 80 hours a week, he is now processing your loan. He's the guy that has lots of time, so much time to go through every single thing on your loan application. So when you get an answer back from your broker, there's about 10, the chain of command's probably 10 in between your broker and the guy in the Philippines. The guy in the Philippines is looking at every single minute detail. You've got to be smarter.
Wow.
You've got to be smarter.
I didn't know that, but yeah.
Because processing a loan, tick, tick, cross, I've got my wage, he's got his wage, we're all okay now, is no longer. It's being pushed offshore, and these guys are infinitely well-trained, looking at assessing your loan. They are picking up shit, and they've got software to do it. So between the software and the plenty of labor that they can now afford to process your loan, it's super hard. Yeah. What does that mean? You're going to be super smart. You can have a super good broker, or someone who can point you in that direction and help you out.
That's a good point.
Luke, what are we going to say? Positive credit times, harder for the majority, harder on non-payments. Look, I agree, but you know what? A big one. What these banks are doing with tightening it all up, make no mistake, the government has put their foot on their neck, right?
Yeah.
So I'm not angry at the banks. Now, I'm not even angry at the government, because I think all of this beautiful buffer, these beautiful layers of protection, this beautiful conservativeness that they're applying to everyone in the marketplace, it's great.
Yeah. And they've done something right. I mean, look at where we were 8 months ago, where we are now. Even though there's this talk of the economy, things ticking over, the property market's definitely rebounded quite strongly. Confidence is up, so yeah, they know what they're doing.
So I know, guys, Glenn's just mentioned the banks of the pits. Mate, I completely agree with you. but I don't think we should underestimate. I don't think we should underestimate that the banks are just almost like, I know they're puppets, but I know they're very profitable puppets. But I think our friends in government, where they used to just jack the interest rates up, that's the front door move. They've now taken the back door move and done it in a different way. Joe Brown, thoughts on making a deal before going to auction? You know what? It's just value. You just got to get value. If it's compelling enough where you think this is excellent at this price, make the offer. Have a go. Do it with a signed contract and check. Call me and I'll tell you what I think of that property, that price, if it's Northern Beaches. If not, happy to help you through for free. But mate, in short, if you think it's compelling value, make your offer during the auction, make your offer before the auction, make your offer after the auction. But the key word's compelling value. You've got to be excited by the thing because you're going to be stuck with the frigging mortgage for 30 years. So you've got to make sure it sits well with you, because if you don't, you'll be worried. You won't sleep straight. So compelling value. Yeah. What else we got, guys? Any other questions out there? Steve, anything to add before we close up?
I can't really see comments coming through, but no, look, it's definitely get out there, have a look, and position yourself smartly, put good people around you. Real estate agents as well, I'm always amazed by, and we offer it all the time, but yes, we do transact real estate, but we are more than happy, and to be honest, we'd love the opportunity just to talk to people. If you've got questions, you don't have to be buying, you don't have to be selling, you don't even have to be our client. You can call us. We are more than happy to sit down and talk with you and, give you our insights of what's going on. So use us. We're a service. Mark said, like earlier, we're a fruit shop, but we're a fruit shop.
We're a glorified fruit shop on the corner.
We're happy to give away free fruit.
Salami, cheese, fruit.
Mental fruit.
Delicatessen, mental fruit.
To help you guys. So take advantage of us or your local agent if you're not here on the beaches. We'd love to help you guys with real estate.
We're here, guys. We're here. No bullshit. We're going to help you out. Who we got here? Ashley, how are you? Welcome to DY. She's gone to Rainer Horn. Stay within a box. Thank you for joining. Any other comments there we can help you with? People are scared. If I could get a loan, I'd leap at it. Paying through the roof rent. You know what? I've got a message for you, Nikki. Call us, because I'm telling you, you've got no application fee with your banks. Is that me or you? B.
Oh, that's me.
We've got no stamp duty when you're there. You can do a deal with the banks. You may just have to shape your profile. If you don't have a good broker, you can't shape your profile. You can't look sexy for the banks. If you walk into the bank, they don't know what sexy looks like. Walk back out. Go to a broker. We'll give you a good broker. Lee Severino, seasoned wogs. He likes that. That's because he is one. Jai Fabs in Sydney, how are you, mate? Buyer certainty is back. That is for sure. Look, you better hope bloody buyer certainty is back at 2.89% interest rates.
I think Nikki had a post there. What was it? Something the interest rate back in 1987.
What was that? 27%. That's it. 1987, 20% interest rates. I'm looking at, if you even was wondering what I'm doing, I'm looking at my Insta comments. About 25 years ago, we went into a recession and interest rates were through the roof. Well, we're not in a recession at the moment, and take the interest rates at 2.8%. They are unbelievable. Yeah. Who else we got here? That's it. That's a take. And Facebook comments, we're going to close up on Luke. Luke is the best broker out there. If you guys want a broker, not for a loan, sorry, not a broker, buyer's agent. He's the best buyer's agent out there. If you want a good buyer's agent, he's a good guy that can offer a good investment. Just make sure when he sells you something, it's on the Northern Beaches. Glenn Bauer, buddy, 100% great advice. Thank you. Get a good broker. It is huge, Glenn. Yeah, you know it. These guys have to shape you like a model. There's no use going to a dietitian. She's telling you fat and you walk out. You want to walk into a dietitian. She tells you what to do and you walk out with a plan. That's what a good broker's doing at the moment. I'm on fire tonight, eh?
Oh, mate.
Yeah, thanks.
I was going to say, were you a model when you were younger?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. No, I'm actually pretty fat at the moment. 5 kilos more than I was at the beginning of the year. Thank God I did a 500.
Must be the economy.
Must be my 530-kilometre bike ride that I did, and preceding that I put on 5 kilos. But guys, hope you helped you tonight. Have a good one. Steve, anything to say before we roll out?
No, call us if we can help. You got any questions? Call us, email us, text us. We love to help you,
and we love you. Bye bye.